May is the month of Mary, the month of mothers, the month of graduations, the month of spring flowers and new life. There is so much each year in May that we look forward to celebrating. So many opportunities to come together and create memories. May 2020 is different due to the coronavirus pandemic. As we are all dealing with our new routines in our lives, I believe more than ever, we need our Mother Mary to help lead us in faithfulness through this uncertain time. My 8th grade classmates and I are close to Mary's age when she was told she would bear a son, that he would be the Son of God. I think of the uncertainty that she must have felt and the stress of that responsibility at her age. She was unmarried and pregnant, and I'm sure Mary had to deal with feelings of isolation and loneliness. Today we miss our friends, our family members, our teachers, and routines too. Mary's entire life was completely changed as a part of God's plan for her, and yet she remained trusting and faithful to God. In these times we are called to follow Mary's example of being trusting and faithful, and believe that God has a plan for all of us as well. As graduates of Mount Carmel, we are preparing for change. Many of us are leaving a school that has become our second home. We will start high school this fall. Mother Mary guided or followed Jesus through each stage in his life, teaching him, loving him, comforting him, and believing in him. She has also been there for us on our journey, inspiring us to remain dedicated to our relationships with God the Father and her Son Jesus. May we continue to find inspiration in her and be as loving as she was, especially during this time, and as we prepare for our next educational journey of high school. I am so thankful to have been taught the practice of turning to Mary for help during these times of difficulty and for her help in connecting me to a deeper understanding of God's plan for me. Mary's example has helped me develop a deeper faithfulness during these trying times. She is an example of courage, compassion, and resilience. Her characteristics make her the perfect role model for us. During this time of isolation, and as my classmates and I move on to high school, Mother Mary, Queen of Peace, an example for all, pray for us.
Behold your mother are the words that Jesus spoke to John as he was dying on the cross. While he was saying this to John, he was also saying this to all of us. He had a mother just like we do, and since Jesus shares his life with those of us on earth, Mary is our blessed mother too. Mary said yes to God from the very beginning, and I couldn't even imagine how scared and worried she must have been. An angel came to her and said, "You are going to be the mother of Jesus Christ, the Son of God." Despite how nervous she might have been, she said yes without hesitation. Mary also did one of the hardest things a mother can do. She had to watch her child suffer and die. Mary is a great example and role model for all of us to follow. She loves, cares, and prays for us as if we were her own children. I have always known that Mary is my mother, and that God gave her to us so that we could not only grow closer to him, but to also be able to turn to her when we need her. It wasn't until I sat down and reflected upon Mary and what she means to me that I realized how much she is in my life. Even though we might not be able to see her right away, she is always there for us, just like a mother would be. Some qualities of Mary that I reflected upon are how she is humble, loving, courageous, faithful, willing, caring, and reverent. As I was reflecting on these attributes of Mary, I noticed a few people in my life that possess these qualities. For example, my grandmothers. They both have been through some difficult times in their lives, but they have never lost sight of God. They face these times with such faith and giving of themselves to others. My grandmothers have truly shown me how important it is to never lose sight of God and to always be humble and kind. Another person that has been in my family's life for quite some time is Mrs. Bowers. Mrs. Bowers was my dad's teacher, my aunt's teacher, 4 of my cousins' teacher, my sister's teacher, and my dad taught the daughter of Mrs. Bowers at Seton Catholic High School. I was blessed to have Mrs. Bowers as my 4th and 5th grade teacher here at OLMC. Mrs. Bowers is the most faithful, humble, and loving person I know. Despite the difficult times our grade might have given her, she stuck with us for 2 years and never ceased to lead us closer to God. It is clear to me that Mary has been an influence in her life. Mary touches everyone in their own way, and she is important to everyone in their own way. One of my favorite quotes about Mary is from St. John Paul. From Mary we learn to surrender to God's will in all things. From Mary we learn to trust even when all hope seems gone. From Mary we learn to love Christ her Son and the Son of God. All of these things are true, and if we listen to them and trust that Mary will lead us closer to Christ, then I believe our faith will truly grow stronger.